Mr. Moderator, our distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, our friends and our enemies.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are making zero waste toothpaste. So, I have everything laid out for you guys. We have coconut oil, baking soda, tea tree oil, peppermint oil, some utensils for turning or mixing the products, and then of course we have a container to put the toothpaste in. So this is zero waste toothpaste. All right, it's really easy. So I like to start off, I'm going to pick all my items up. I like to start off with my baking soda. I pretty much eyeball everything I do. So if you feel the way about me not having measurements, I'm sorry. Or sorry, not sorry. So I fill it up probably about 3/4 of the way with baking soda. And then you have to, if it's cold outside, then you'll have to melt down your coconut oil a little bit. But you go ahead and put the coconut oil in there. I probably melted mine down more than I'd like to, just because I don't want to destroy all the nutrients inside of the coconut oil by cooking it too hard. So that's just a recommendation. So what I just did was I filled up the rest of the container with just enough coconut oil so it doesn't spill over, but I still have space to spin it a bit. I usually use the fork for this to make sure that I get out any kind of clumps that might be inside of it, and I just slowly turn it. And I can already tell by looking at it that I've put too much coconut oil in it, so I will definitely need to go back and put more baking soda in it. And what happens is all the space and air in between all of that baking soda will dissolve or go away, so then you have more space inside of the container to put more baking soda inside. So it's pretty neat. So I go ahead and do this. I kind of work on the consistency of it. I would say the consistency and even like the texture of it is, you want it to get to a texture that's very similar to glaze. Like say you're glazing cinnamon, or you're glazing cinnamon buns, or what else do you glaze? Honey buns, I guess. I don't know. But if you're trying to get a glaze, and you know how glaze starts to get cool if you just let it sit, and so it kind of gets a little bit less creamy, that's where you want to get it to. So right now it's too creamy for us, and that's how I know we need more baking soda, but I just kind of wanted to get all the clumps out of this first batch before I put more baking soda in it. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this. And just so you know, baking soda has a lot, it's known for helping to fight bacteria inside of your mouth, fight gingivitis. It helps to whiten your teeth as well. If you look on the back of your everyday toothpaste, you would probably definitely see baking soda. So it is the original toothpaste. And then the coconut oil, it helps with pulling the bacteria out of your mouth. I'm not sure if anybody if you're familiar with oil pulling, but what the oil does is it goes and it grabs the black bacteria and it locks into bubbles of oil. So the oil is very good at capturing the bacteria and keeping it out of your mouth. And I'm going to tell you about the essential oils that I use for my toothpaste in a bit. So we have it at a really good consistency now. So I'm going to go ahead and dab some more baking soda in there because again it is too creamy, too watered down. Remember, you got to still be able to get this on your toothbrush, so you don't want it to be too creamy to where it's falling off. And I take my time when I'm stirring it, because if not, you'll get baking soda powder all over the place. So So yeah, now it's pretty tough. So it's more of like an icing, I guess. But you want it a little bit creamier than icing, I would say. So I'm actually gonna put a little tiny bit more coconut oil in here. And then I'm also gonna go ahead and put the essential oils inside of it too. The essential oils I have is well, let me first do this. So I'm gonna put a little bit in there. That should be enough. Okay, so put some coconut oil in there. I'm gonna stir it around some more. Yeah, and this is good right here. It's a nice little texture. Nice texture, yeah. See that? That's how you want it. Okay. Now, I'm going to put a teeny bit of peppermint oil in there. The peppermint oil helps to, of course, keep your breath freshened. And then I put tea tree oil in there that acts as an antibacterial for your mouth, which is awesome. I put a couple of drops in there because tea tree oil is, if anybody knows, it's definitely overwhelming. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I put 4 in there. It's an overwhelming taste. So I put a little bit of tea tree oil in there. And then I'm going to stir it around just a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and put some more coconut oil in there. Because what happens is after a few days, if it's really dry, it'll dry out a bit and get really hard. Not hard, but it'll get really dried out. And you'll end up needing to add more coconut oil anyway. So I just like to go ahead and do that at the beginning. And looks like we are good to go. So now you have you have zero waste toothpaste. This is zero waste toothpaste. And I usually have a personal batch, so I just kind of stick my toothbrush in here. But if you do have like friends or family that come over and like to use your zero waste toothpaste as well, then I would recommend that you use either a fork or a spoon, or set aside some kind of dipper that can kind of pull the toothpaste out and allow you to put it on your toothbrush without getting it all dirtied up. So by everybody's germs. So that's it.